Hello, what up, y'all? What up, YouTube? What up to the YouTube subscribers? What up to the community? Everybody out there. We had some new recent subscribers come along to the channel, join the channel, join the family here, join in on what's going on. Thanks for the love, thanks for the support. I was going to get in here a while back on the 4th and, you know, I was going to get a nice little video in and all, but it was kind of a busy day, a lot of stuff going on. It's just been kind of busy, crazy, and hectic lately. A lot of stuff going on. I'd be staying on top of things. But I hope everyone had a very great, happy, and safe 4th and nobody got hurt. Because, I heard stories of a lot of people that got hurt out there, losing fingers, you know, and everything else. Because people ain't never being careful with that kind of stuff. You never can be too careful with anything you're doing, you know what I'm saying? But shoot, it is what it is. But, I'll tell you though, real quick, I had some big things going on with the 4th. I pull out up to this fireworks store, and I'm getting ready to go in. And next thing you know, I pull up and I'm going in with some family doing some things. And this black gentleman outside was DJing some music. And I show up. I get out there and he playing this music, doing his thing. And next thing you know, I hear he playing some Black Sabbath. And nothing wrong with it. Black Sabbath, some good music. They was decent back in the day. They was all right doing that thing. They paved the way for a lot of artists and a lot of people. And helped out in a big way. But anyway, I walk up over to this gentleman. He jamming out with his rock music. And I talked to him a little bit about some of my music and what was going on. And I got him to turn on my newest recent jam, Summertime. And the man was getting into it. When he's giving me a shout out and he's up there behind the music like this, just like jamming out. Next thing you know, he pointing over to be like, hey, that's my boy right here. Look him up. That's his music, That's, kind of a good thing for a day, And I just kept it moving. I ain't think much about it, all right. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support. And, that just right there on the spot kind of changed things up, He just went off with some different music. He wasn't even jamming out with the rock music no more. He started putting on some Cardi B or whatever else, and just, getting into some things. And it is what it is. But, I really do hope everybody's being safe, through this pandemic that's going on and everything else. Everybody just taking the necessary precautions, keeping yourself clean, washing your hands, keeping your face washed, whatever you need to do, Maybe you need to take your vitamins, medication, whatever you got going on. Stay healthy, hit the gym a little bit, If there's any open in your area or whatever you need to do to just, keep things going. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed. Because, I do the same thing, y'all. I got a lot going on. I'm not going to get into real big details about a lot of stuff, but I'll show it off probably a little later on down the road. We might do a little video on this when I get the project finished, but I'll tell y'all, your boy just bought a Mustang, I bought a very nice, real clean, garage kept 1996 Mustang. It is sweet, and I ain't, like I said, I ain't gonna get into big details on it or anything about it like that. But it's all original paint, all original 4.6 VA motor and everything else. It's just completely original because it was garage kept, all original paint and everything like that. Need a little touch up in the paint job, but ain't nothing that can't be fixed, I can do some of the body work myself, that need to be done, which ain't much. It's minor stuff, but I ain't trying to get into it. I'll take it to somebody and have it done where I know it's done right and it's took care of and kept up and preserved right. Because, that is just such a sweet classic car. It ain't something you want to take out and hot ride and ruin it or anything like that, Which I don't plan on doing it like most people would. But, that just, it is what it is. But I want to talk about that a little bit, Because like I said, we'll possibly do a video about that on down the road, And get into what's happening with that. And, I just got done with some things last night, with a producer out of California, lives out in Los Angeles. And I've been following him quite a bit through YouTube and different things like that, and on the internet, just following his music, his beats, and what he doing, what he got going on. And I left him a comment on one of his videos about getting together and doing a project. Told him, said, let's do a little freestyle or something like that. Whatever the case might be. And he hit me up back in the comment sections. And he was like, hey, come over here to my page. Hit me up with an email. Let's set it up. All right. I hit him up with an email. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get something set up. Maybe we won't. We'll see what happens with that, y'all. We'll see how it goes. But as I've said before, with things like that, and really anything you're doing, you got to continue to stay on your grind and your hustle. Even though it's 2020, it's been a little rough of it. It's been a little rough time. It's been a little rough year. It's been a little rough summer. It's been a little hot in certain areas for people. More than it has been lately. But it happens. You got to expect it. You got to you just got to learn to take the good with the bad, and take a lot of things with a grain of salt, as they say, and just just keep it moving, y'all. That's all you can do. Just take everything with a grain of salt and keep it moving. Just brush it off, Take the haters and brush them off. People want to run their mouth. People that want to say things to you, whatever the case might be. Brush it off, keep it moving, y'all. Just do your thing, It doesn't matter what you're doing, what you're not doing. It doesn't even matter how you're doing it. Somebody can come along and hate about, how you doing something. Oh, I don't like the way you did that paint job, You should have done it this way. You should have done it that way. So be it. You done that paint job how you wanted to do it. Or maybe you as an artist, you drawing pictures. Or you painting pictures and they said, maybe you should have painted that picture this way. Or maybe this drawing, that eye doesn't look right. So maybe you should have changed it up a little bit this way. Nah. It's all about expressing yourself freely and being yourself and doing what you want to do and what you feel you need to do that's going to make you happy for you to keep it moving. Because I know so many people, I could go through a list of names of people on and on that are still on their grind, still on their hustle, and still keep it moving, still enjoying themselves, and still having a great time, whatever they're doing. Whether that bartender working somewhere, on their hustle, like I said, maybe somebody painting cars, maybe you doing music, I know a lot of people getting into, the music business, and a lot of people been into it for years now, been doing it. This is something I've been doing for a minute now, but I never really went real big and public with it and really advertised myself and branched out, but I've been writing since way back since 3rd grade, short stories, poems, songs, whatever, but I just never really thought of going anywhere with it or being, anything with it, so to speak, for myself, but then everybody kept telling me, hey, you got talent, won't go away, this and that, I kept hearing all kinds of positive feedback about what I was posting, poems out there, songs and whatever, and getting positive comments out of it that I said, I got to do something for myself with this, because I ain't never going to hear the end. I ain't never going to hear the end of it if I don't do nothing with it. And when you got that kind of positive feedback and positive support behind you, you need to do something with yourself and keep it moving. I see so many YouTube channels out here, people doing stuff for themselves, and I commend them. Because you go along with somebody like that, when you see they're doing good for themselves, you leave a nice positive comment, positive feedback, whatever, so to speak, and help them out. They're going to help you out along the way and come back and show support and love for what you're doing, the same way you helping them out and showing support and love for what they're doing, And like they say, one good deed deserves another. And, it's going to come back to you tenfold. And it always does. When you're making contacts, you're making connections and stuff like that. I was out at a spot one night chilling out, we sipping on a few beers, just hanging out, doing whatever, And I'm really not the type of person that parties too much like some people, or really likes to just get wild or whatever. I've had my days of getting wild and doing stuff like that, and ain't no point in it, y'all. I'll tell you that flat out. Ain't no point in it in getting wild, All the drugs and everything else everybody doing and this and that. I don't really dabble in it. Never have, but that's just me. But people got to do their own thing. But, then again, I know some people getting cleaned up off of that stuff, And I commend them because they doing good for themselves, getting cleaned up off the drugs. I know a lady friend of mine, she been clean for like 300 days now, going sober for quite a few years now and keeping it straight, and that's a good thing. I commend her on that. But anyway, what I was saying right quick, we out at this spot, we chilling out, music jamming a little bit. It's in the late night, and we sipping a few beers and stuff. And next thing you know, I'm sitting out on this patio just chilling out, and I got to talking to this gentleman and this young lady he was with over there. Me and him got to talking. Next thing you know, we was just conversating about simple business and different things like that. Next thing you know, he decided to reach into his wallet, pull out a business card with his number on it. Boom, here you go. Right like that, just hand it out to me. Here you go, take that business card. Hit me up sometime. Send me a text message, let me know what's going on, let me know what's happening. And, maybe we talk about some business and other things on down the road, and maybe we'll hook it up and get some things going. Who knows, but the thing is, you got to be conversating. You got to be talking with people. You got to be making connections, You got to be making friends or whatever, and just keep it moving, Of course, you can't always trust everybody out there, I get that. It is what it is. I really don't trust nobody nowadays. I never really had for a long time. But, that's just, excuse me, y'all, that's just what it is. But, the thing is, you never, what I want to say is, you never can be afraid to take that gamble or take that leap of faith and put yourself out there with something you're doing, you like doing, you love doing, or you're passionate about doing, Because there was times, I ain't gonna lie, when I was younger, there was times I used to be a little afraid of the gamble, putting myself out there, back when I was in school. I remember times when I used to be in track a little bit and stuff like that, had people hit me up on the bus about, come on, Dave, come on, Bones, let's hear some rapping, whatever like that. Or, I'd be sitting in the classroom, or not the classroom, but the lunchroom, just chilling out, we eating lunch, doing our thing, and maybe somebody come along and they show up and be like, here's some of that rapping, Dave, what you got going on? But of course, back in the day, I wasn't doing it much like I'm doing it now. I started out like some artists did, where I could take other songs and I could memorize it, and I could rap somebody else's song. Because, you look at somebody, for instance, like Snoop Dogg, and of course, I ain't hating on the man one bit. With his style, anything he got going on, anything he doing, anything he not doing. That man an excellent artist, And like Dr. Dre said when he came along and discovered him and found out about him, said that man was a diamond in the rough, but he just need to polish it up. So be it. Polish it up. But, that's like the car that I found being a diamond in the rough. And it just need to be polished up a little bit, so to speak. But the thing is, I remember watching this interview one time with Snoop Dogg where he talked about how when he was younger and he got started into the rap game and into the business, he was memorizing other people's songs, like he said he took the Sugar Hill game. Excuse me. Said he took the Sugar Hill game. He memorized A-Rap. He took this artist over here. He memorized A-Rap. Took these people over here like Run DMC or whoever. He memorized A-Rap, And he said it just became easy for him. It just became too easy to where he didn't want to do it like that no more. He wanted to do his own thing and branched out, and boom, look where he's at. And it just goes to show you when you watch people like that, not just him, but anybody who has been successful. It just goes to show you, you yourself can be successful and do anything you want. Be anything you want. Go anywhere you want. You want to throw a big party? Throw a big party. You want to, maybe a promotional party or whatever, or throw a big gathering, Maybe you got a motivational speaker. Maybe you're the motivational speaker, because I've even had times where people told me I need to be some kind of motivational speaker and get up in front of crowds and just, talk about things and just do my thing and put myself out there like that. But I ain't really one for much to get in front of big crowds like that and be some kind of motivational speaker. I don't really feel that's me, but maybe it could wind up being part of my forte, Maybe I could get into it and do something with it. Who knows? But for now, I ain't trying to do it like that, I'm just running a YouTube channel, got things going, just doing what I do. And of course, I'm out here, I'm sitting back in the office again, chilling out. And I just recently made a new purchase. You know, I'll kind of turn the camera just a little bit like that. You know, you can see that screen over there where I just recently, within the last week or so, I got that set up. Put in a new computer in the office and got things, you know, running good. I got a little, you know, work to get done with it and some more things to do to finalize it with it being hooked up to the internet and doing everything. Because it's a little bit older computer, got Windows Vista on there, but I'm not complaining. I didn't need nothing real big and fancy, you know. I wasn't worried about going too fancy with it because I don't use it much anyways. I don't even use my tablet much anyways, you know, that I'd be using now, you know, to kind of record my videos and stuff, you know, with the Wi-Fi I got set up and things. I hardly even use my Wi-Fi much, you know. I just keep that for nothing but business, the same way I do my tablet, you know. But anyway, you know, like I said, I wanted to get in here with y'all, say what's up to everybody, see what's going on with everybody, see what's happening, how everybody's doing, you know. Make sure everybody's well and safe and healthy out here and doing good for themselves, you know, out here in the streets and whatever you got going on. And just make sure you're being healthy, you know, like I said, taking the proper precautions and necessary things you need to do, whether it be you taking your vitamins, your medication, washing your hands, keeping your face clean, you know, making sure if you touch something, you got sanitized wipes to wipe it down, or if you ain't got none hand, you maybe at the store got some or whatever, you pick some up cheap, you know, maybe $2 or $3, whatever it costs, get some wipes, get them cars to wipe them bad boys down and everything else. Because a lot of times, you never know what's been in that car, what's been on that car, who's had that car before you, or anything else like that, you know. But I hear now that they're saying Walmart and Kroger's and different stores, you know, they're going to be having people, you know, wear a mask when you come in. Whereas before now, they was talking about it, but they wasn't really enforcing it. But they say now they're going to be enforcing it to where, you know, either you're going to wear the mask, or you're not going to be allowed to come in and shop. And anybody knows as well as I do, there's going to be a lot of people going to boycott that. There's going to be a lot of people going to show up to them stores and not even going to want to come in wearing a mask, but still want to be able to shop, you know. But I mean, it's crazy though, because I understand how a lot of people feel about it, because I'll tell you straight up, y'all, flat up, I think there's a lot of people out there who don't even understand or realize what harm a mask is really doing to you when you're wearing it versus not wearing it. Because really, it does more harm for you and more worse bad things to you and your body than it does good, believe it or not. A lot of people think, oh, I'm wearing a mask, it's protecting me, you know. I'm going to be safe out here, you know. I ain't going to catch corona. Ain't no virus is going to get to me. But a lot of times, even though you're wearing a mask, you still got like right in here, the sides of it, and up in here a little bit around your nose where it's hanging out, and it's a little loosely, and you still got airflow getting in. What's to say the virus ain't going to slip in behind your mask and you ain't going to catch it breathing it in? Because that mask is going to trap that mask is going to trap it in. And what happens when you breathe like it, bam, you done sucked it right in. You done caught a case of corona right there just from wearing a mask, you know. And I'll tell you though, speaking of that corona, because I've seen some newer songs come out lately where people was, you know, posting them up and talking about, you know, doing them corona songs and different things. And I've had some ideas recently hit me about, you know, doing a song about corona. And I got inspired the other night, you know. I don't know if I'm really going to put one out or not, but I've been thinking about it. We'll see what happens. But I don't want to get into too big a detail to get onto like a rigmarole or a preaching thing about the mask, you know. I mean, I think it should be an individual's choice whether they want to wear a mask or not, to be honest. I don't really think it should be something that should be forced like that, you know, because I feel like, you know, what everybody else has been saying, this government is getting to a point to where I feel like they forcing people to do something. Like, are they training y'all as a monkey? You're being a trained monkey for them. You're being a puppet for them. And you just sitting back, abiding by every little thing they got you doing or want you to do, because they're controlling you. Like they're sitting there with a controller in their hand, like it's a video game, a remote control car or whatever, and boom, they're just working the buttons. And you know, when they control it and they say jump, you just jump. You don't ask how high. or you move to the left, or you move to the right when they say, or do whatever, you know, and they just pretty much control you, because that's what they want. They want to get control on things. But there's people like me and a bunch of others that are like a group, so to speak, you know, as you want to say it, and us as a group like that are taking control of what's going on, and we letting the government and everybody else know that, hey, we got freedom, we got rights out here, and, you know, we got the Declaration of Independence and all the rights and everything that was written down and set in stone on paper way back when, y'all, when our forefathers set that up, you know. I mean, everybody, Abraham Lincoln and all of them, you know, way back when, on down the line, when they signed the Declaration of Independence and everything else, and put all these, you know, amendments out there, all these rights, you know. I mean, that's what I feel like we need to follow by, stand on, and go by. I mean, but now you got a government that wants to try to take all of this and change it up and tell us, you know, we got to go by what they say. We got to do by what they say and what they want. And I say, forget all that. I ain't listening to none of that. What they're going to do, take somebody out and say, hey, we're going to pull the trigger, or we're going to hang you high because you don't want to listen. So be it. Then what you going to do? Take the next guy and do them the same way? And then so on down the line until you feel like there's nobody left in this country because you done took them all out? Because, you know, they didn't want to have to listen, because they didn't want to be a trained monkey for you, or a good little puppet for you where you could just stand there like this with the stick, you know, working the strings, just walking somebody around like a little doggy? Nah, ain't happening, y'all. Ain't happening, especially right here with your boy. Ain't happening. I ain't about to let it go down like that where they're going to control somebody, or they think they're going to come along and try to put a, you know, they're going to try to put a chip in somebody so that way they can always see where you're going and what you're doing and know what's happening, you know, and keep track of you all times. You know, I remember seeing a buddy of mine. I've known him a long time, since back in the day. And he posted something about it on Facebook, talking about how they try to put a chip in him. He'll cut his hand off. He's going to cut it off right there at the wrist. Boom. Just take it off like that. Get rid of that chip. And I don't blame him for how he feels. They won't try to put that in somebody like that, you know, and embed it in you, you know, just so that way they can keep, excuse for a minute, y'all, just so that way they can keep control of everything. They can keep control of what's going on and what ain't going on, what's happening, what ain't happening. But anyway, you know, that's just a little bit of my thought on some things, because I just felt the need to share that a little bit. Spare the moment thing just hit me. But I feel like, you know, like I was saying, it should be a person's choice whether they want to wear a mask or not. It should be a person's choice to do what they want to do. You know, not just have to listen to somebody because they tell them this is what you're going to do. No, it ain't working like that. You just come along and say, hey, this is what you're going to do. You have to do it and listen, or else. It ain't like that. What? Are you somebody's mommy or somebody's daddy because you feel like you control the government or you run the government? Nah, ain't going to be like that, y'all. Like I said, it ain't going to be like that, because your boy ain't going to go out like that with it. Nah, not going to do it. Not going to do it. I'll stand up for myself, and I'll stand up for my rights and what I got to do and what I'm going to do to take care of things, you know, and take care of what needs to be, what don't need to be, you know. But that's just me, and that's just how I feel about it. And normally I don't talk about that kind of stuff or get into it too much anywhere on social media, you know, because I don't like to feel like I step on someone's toes. Maybe I said the wrong thing or got caught up in the mix of it all, because I know a lady friend of mine I've known for a while now, she's very, very politician, you know, and she told me flat out, and I believe it, you know, because she ain't the type gonna bullshit somebody. She's gonna tell you exactly how it is. I'll tell you that now, y'all. And you cross her the wrong way, she gonna knock somebody's head off their shoulders. I guarantee you. But her being politician like she is, you know, there's been times she's almost had a chance of being killed and dying and losing her life for being a politician and standing up for her rights and her freedom and her country and taking care of things. Because I feel like we got to do that as a nation. We got to stand up for our rights and our freedom and our country and take this damn thing back. Because it's getting out of hand, y'all. Way too much. Way too much. And I feel like if we just sit back and take it, they're going to keep doing it, y'all. And they're going to keep it moving. That's why you got a virus out here floating around that was man-made. And now they're trying to say that's not even really an actual virus, you know. It's kind of more like a, God, I can't think of the word I'm looking for at the moment. On the tip of my tongue. But anyways, you know what I'm trying to say. But I mean, and I don't even, and to me, to be honest, I don't even really feel like it's something that's airborne. I feel like it's something you catch from touching things because you're not being clean. Like they said at one time, people was catching it from, you know, going to the gas pumps. People was pumping gas and they was catching it. I could believe that because look how many people daily are touching them gas pumps. Just you take a look at just one single gas pump, where sometimes you go to gas station, they're all the way up to like pump 10, maybe pump 20. Sometimes in certain areas you got some bigger gas stations. But you take a look at just one pump. Let's say pump 5, for instance. You know, you take a look at pump 5. I guarantee you, if you turned on a camera and had it set on pump 5 just for one day and watched how many people used that one single pump throughout the whole day, that number is going to be kind of high. Guarantee you're going to have at least a good 20, 30 people throughout the day, if not more, use that one single pump. And then you come along, you touched it, and you're using it while everybody else been using it, and you ain't washing your hands and keeping yourself clean. I think that's really what it all boils down to. It's just keeping yourself clean, staying healthy. And then you ain't got nothing to worry about catching anything or having anything get you like that, you know. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to get in here with y'all and check in, you know, see what's going on with everybody out here, see what's happening, what ain't happening. But I'm about to get off here and get some things done, finish up some stuff for the afternoon, you know. I got a lot more going on, y'all. Got to catch up with somebody later on. We talking a little bit more about some music and some new projects we've been working on, kind of low-key back in the cut, so to speak, whatever. But anyway, everybody stay safe. Everybody stay blessed. And we'll give y'all later. Peace.